We all react differently to different situations. Sometimes the simplest things can set people off. Tonight, the offer of a lift home tips a late-night drinker over the edge. An angry husband threatens to stab his wife when he doesn't get potato and gravy for dinner.
Your wife also told me that you said you're going to stick the knife in her.
And witnessing a boy racer crash sends one woman into a panic. That's one night in Auckland responding to 111. At the start of each shift, police view mugshots of offenders to watch out for. Constables Graham and Sean are patrolling downtown when a member of the public calls in about someone on their watch list.
It is 57.
Dispatcher Catherine responds.
Informant's concerned for approximately 18-year-old female.
He saw standing on Newton Road. She was a female Caucasian wearing a hoodie. He thought she looked like she was a
Drug user. Face was covered in scabs and had broken teeth.
just concerned for her welfare.
It matches the description of someone that we were looking at Liner. And at the moment, the information that we've got so far is that she's not actually breaching any conditions. So we'll just go and check up on her and make sure that she's okay.
The young woman is a recidivist burglar who steals to fund her pee habit.
It's actually quite frightening what meth does to people. Like some of the heavy users, people obviously that are addicts, it just changes their appearance. Just unbelievable amounts, and it's permanent, disfiguration in the face, the acne, the scratching and the missing teeth. It's not that nice.
Graham and Sean soon find the young addict.
Whereabouts are you staying?
I'm sorting that out now. What? Yeah, it's a cop, yeah. I'm a bad bitch.
Where are you staying tonight?
I don't know.
She was arrested yesterday for possession of a knife. She's recently been released from the cells after she's been held for a while.
I thought you cleaned yourself up after you went in.
Yeah, I did. You f***ing did, eh?
What happened?
But now, they bunch of warriors with me.
You just see her go through phases. Sometimes she's clean and sober. It's a classic example of somebody who's got a heavy addiction to methamphetamine.
Despite what you might think, a lot of people do actually care about you.
No, they f***ing don't. They don't. They f***ing don't.
While they are with the addict, Graham and Sean are approached by the victim of another crime.
A firm, Private Parsons Simons, males repeatedly punched another male.
Yeah, we're off with him now.
Oh, well done, they're already there.
After ensuring the addict is safe, Graham heads off with the victim of a road rage attack.
How did he assault you? He punched you.
The cyclist says a carload of strangers drove past hurling verbal abuse, then pulled over and started beating him about the head. The cyclist noticed his attacker's number plate, and when Sean runs it through the computer, he sees police noticed the same carload of troublemakers acting suspiciously earlier in the day.
Delta 16 from CCI2. You put through a red Honda Civic on Hillsborough Road about 3 o'clock this afternoon.
There was no ball and I didn't get round in time to 3T it over. Yeah, no worries, just the same car as well.
Okay, I'll be in contact with you. I'll ring you, okay? We've got a description.
Yep.
That vehicle was noticed by another patrol this afternoon, okay? But we didn't have the chance to speak to them.
Graham and Sean will issue an alert for all patrols to look out for the car. Constables Rob and Sam are patrolling South Auckland when Sam spots a crime in action. Teenage girls are chucking rubbish on the pavement, and if there's one crime Sam can't stand, it's littering.
You guys littered back there?
We found it on the tree. Yeah, on the tree. On the tree.
We still littered though, eh? Because you had it, then you dropped it again. Go pick up that bottle. So I really hate to give you a fine for littering, eh? Because you're not allowed to litter, eh?
Sam is a firm believer in keeping New Zealand beautiful, and there's nothing beautiful about discarded bottles on the footpath.
Now, one of you, I don't care who, take this and just, next time you go to rubbish and chuck it in there. I hate littering, eh? Some people hate drink driving, some people hate other stuff, but it's my pet hate is littering. So every time I drive down the street, you just think about the tourists that go past and they look at New Zealand. It's not always clean and green anymore, so...
Station 15, Manukau 2, Priority 1, 31 Echo.
The St John ambulance crew, Tracy and Anna, get off to a busy start.
Okay, so we're going to an 80-year-old female who's unconscious and not breathing. So she might actually be in cardiac arrest. We're not sure. It doesn't say anything if she's got a pulse or not.
They wait for an update from emergency medical dispatcher Joe.
Ambulance calls Manukau 2.
Manukau 2, TI responding.
Cardiac arrest, stop breathing.
The race is on to save their patient's life. Back at police comms, dispatcher Paddy is responding to an emergency call about an angry husband in South Auckland.
There's a male at the address and he's smashing things, possibly going to leave the address shortly. Described as a male, part Māori.
Wearing a black jersey, black cap and long blue pants. He's medium build and very short hair.
The threat of violence means Constables Mornay and Daniel blew light to the call-out.
No, Tara, there's a husband that's breaking some furniture, and the wife just called, and apparently he's trying to leave now, so we must get there in a hurry.
Paddy relays a disturbing development.
Our informant reports that there are 2 dogs on the property, Staffy Cross.
One of them has been led off the lead, and apparently they are not tame to people they don't know.
Get the old spray out.
Daniel and Mornay are racing to a potentially dangerous domestic disturbance. The offender has fled, but they switch off their sirens in case he's still in the area.
He perhaps had hold of a knife at the property, but
Unsure whether he left with it. Apparently it's 1K.
Copy that. We're just coming 10-7 now.
The man is drunk and possibly armed.
Roger.
Paddy sends another unit to hunt for him.
HIQ 7, Northcom.
Receiving TI.
Roger, if you could do areas around Beds Road, Everett Road.
The wife has managed to secure her roaming dogs, so Daniel and Mornay can safely enter the house. They need to find out if the man is armed to warn the other patrol.
Okay, do you know whether he still has the knife, or don't you know?
No, he doesn't have the knife on him. I've just checked the knives in the kitchen.
Contact 007.
HII7.
The wife just confirmed he does not have a knife on him.
Does not have a knife on him.
Roger.
Okay, so tell me what happened tonight.
When he came home and he saw the mess, he just started nutting off, and I tried to ignore it and went into the kitchen to dish our food out. He got angrier with because there was no potato and gravy.
Okay, so you said he threatened you with a knife. What did he do?
He just said, "Oh, you know, I could come over there and stick a knife for you." I was scared and angry.
All too often, police see minor annoyances trigger major domestic arguments. At the St John Emergency Ambulance Communication Centre, Joe is responding to an emergency call about a car accident.
Manukau, Priority 1. Southbound on the southwestern, code 29.
Tracy and Anna are heading into the unknown.
Haven't got much details here, just that it's an MVC, motor vehicle accident with other hazards. So that means that there could be power lines down, or could be oil spillage or something like that. Says that there's one 51-year-old female conscious and breathing. Manukau 2, do you know if it was just the one car involved?
Excellent, check the car to camp.
She said she's just before a sign that says Otahu Mangere.
And Littlemore Hospital. Southbound.
Apparently a tow truck's just pulled up with her.
Roger, there is a car here with its hazards on, but I can't see any tow truck.
Roger.
Tango 3, there's actually a pole down prior to that incident. Roger.
Smashed away.
He smashed into the pole.
He smashed and went back right into the bushes.
But did you crash, my dear, or did someone crash into you?
No, they didn't crash into me. They crashed in front of me. They suffered from anxiety.
A bit of anxiety. Why don't we pop you in the ambulance, and check you out?
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, just wait there for 2 ticks. There was an accident with 2 people boy racing, or drag racing. This lady in this car here witnessed the accident. Evidently, one of them crashed into the pole, and then they both took off. I would like to assess her and pop the monitor on her, but she's refusing at the moment, so the best we can do is get her son on the way to help and take her home.
Police are still at the South Auckland house where a husband threatened to stab his wife because she didn't order potato and gravy with dinner. The angry husband disappeared after the argument, but while constables Daniel and Mornay are interviewing the wife, the husband returns and is quickly arrested by Mornay.
Put your hand behind your back.
Look at that, my house, man, what she's done to it. Her and the dogs.
His wife claims he threatened to stab her, but the husband insists it was all hot air.
Why did you threaten your wife?
Oh. Bro, I've never laid a hand on her. You can even ask her that. I don't bash her away.
I didn't say that you hit her. I just asked why didn't you threaten to stab her?
Didn't even have a knife in my hand. I just got Angus at her. Can't remember saying that, but if I did it, I don't mean it.
Ever think about what you want to do to, you know what I mean? I know you said that he's paying the bills, but you don't want to get hurt in the end, eh?
The wife and her dogs are unhurt. It was the house that bore the brunt of his anger.
The safety of the victim is the most important. When we got there, the two of the doors were obviously damaged by him kicking it in, and the other one he used the shoulder. So that's the first thing we need to consider. So in this case, we needed to take the offender away because obviously there was a threat of the victim getting hurt. So that's why he was arrested.
Boy races are a constant menace on Auckland's roads. Tonight, high-speed drag racing on a motorway has resulted in a crash. No one was hurt, but witnessing the crash has induced a panic attack in one poor motorist. The boy racers fled after crashing, but surprisingly, they're back.
Hey, did you guys crash into the pole earlier?
No, our car's overheating.
Your car's overheating, eh?
The boy racers might deny they were involved, but they were seen retrieving bits of their damaged car from the bush.
I'll see you guys later, eh? All right.
With police not yet on the scene, they're in a hurry to leave.
What were they dragging out of the bush?
Oh, no, bits of the car. You could hear it as we were walking down, scraping and...
The son of the panicked witness has arrived to lend his support. The ambulance crew is hoping he'll persuade his mother to let them examine her. Constables Julian and Sarah are on the hunt for a drunken troublemaker.
Looks like he was refused admission from the nightclubs in the vicinity. Described as a male poly wearing a red-white cap, medium to large build.
Like a red vehicle. Looks like he's hopping into the driver's seat of a stage.
Oh, God. Upgrading priority.
10-7 and have obs on the mail. He's not in the car at the moment.
Hey, bud. Did you had a bit too much to drink tonight?
Are you Maori, bro?
Hey?
Are you Maori?
I'm part, yeah.
Nothing, bro. Those guys over there, I got nothing, bro.
You've been lying in the middle of the road, mate.
Nothing to do.
So what's in your pockets?
Nothing.
Well, empty your pockets out for me.
My car keys.
Yeah.
For my car.
Hey? I'm just sitting here talking to you. Where in Manurewa do you live?
Elvis.
We'll give you a lift home.
Nah.
The offer of a lift home gets a bizarre reaction.
You can lift me. Still wait. The Balagi can't take me. Still wait. No way. No way. I'm from Samoa. I born from Samoa. There's no way. The Maori come over and take me over. There's no way. Oh man, I can't.
What's your name? What's your name?
Me?
Yeah.
People don't even know my name.
Yeah, what's your name?
Yeah.
What's your name?
You know the Mihaka people? Mihaka.
Yeah.
People they own this country.
Hey, if you can't give me my name, I'm gonna have to take you to the cells.
To the cell?
Yeah.
To the cell!
It might take more than pepper spray to subdue this drama king. So Julian calls for backup.
Oh, yeah, 6 ahead.
Yeah, can we get another unit down here? Just we'll do the K9's gonna go. Shepherd, sir.
An emergency call is coming into St John.
Tell me exactly what's happened.
I see I got a bleeding.
Okay.
Yes, so I need the ambulance using it, see if I can...
Where are you bleeding from?
I think I got a miscarriage.
Okay, ma'am, I'm organising the ambulance to help you now.
Manukau 2, priority 1, Mangere, 24 Charlie 2.
Mandy dispatches Chris and Janelle.
We're responding
Priority 1 to a 26-year-old female who thinks she might be having a miscarriage. She's 12 weeks pregnant at this stage.
Janelle and Chris prepare the ambulance in case the patient needs to go to hospital.
Just have my dinner and then I feel like bleeding.
Oh, you can feel it. Okay, so you haven't moved from here? Okay, so it only just started tonight. All right. So shall we pop you out to hospital then and get them to check you out? Okay. Yeah? Okay. It's highly likely that it's a miscarriage. She says that she thinks she's 12 weeks pregnant. She doesn't know for sure, so there's no guarantees, but judging by the amount of blood that's coming out, it's just not just normal spotting or anything like that, so that's our major concern. Okay.
Backup has arrived to arrest the melodramatic drunk. If he had just accepted Julian's offer of a lift home, he'd be tucked up in bed right now. Instead, he's looking at spending a night behind bars.
What's that like? I told you what you did, okay?
What? Like what?
You've been too drunk in a public place.
True to form, he refuses to go quietly.
Staff 1, want you to look over.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Back at the Manukau police station, Constable Mornay is questioning the angry husband about why he smashed up his house and threatened to stab his wife and dogs.
Then we went home, then I opened up the door and saw my house thrashed by the dogs, and I argued with my wife, telling them I do not like the dogs inside. How many times have I told you over and over again, don't let the dogs inside? But she doesn't abide by my rules, the owner of the house. I own it by myself because I bought her out. I got real angry at her for letting the dogs wreck my house, and then I just lost it, and instead of taking that out on there, I took it out on my house, which I own the house. I can do whatever I want to my own house.
The man's wife claims he went ballistic when she didn't order him potato and gravy with dinner.
Look at the back door, it's been smashed. Explain that.
Because she locked me out, man. At my own house. And I couldn't get back in. I remember that. Yeah, I remember pushing the back door with my shoulder to get back in.
Your wife told me that you were going to hurt the dogs with a knife. You told her that you were going to...
I had no knife in my hand. I don't remember saying that. No, I don't remember. I said to her I was going to let them off and let them run away because I don't want them here the way they think my house. She wasn't allowed the dogs, and she asked me if I could register the dogs under my name, which I shouldn't have, but a nice guy like me, I done it for her. And I've got photos of how my house used to look, to what it looks now. It's a pigsty. And that's the way she wants to live. I don't want to live like that. I mean, I don't like the way they've damaged my house.
Your wife also told me that you said you're going to stick the knife in her. Explain that.
I wouldn't do that. I didn't. I can't remember saying that. It might have slipped out, but honestly, I'll never do that to my wife. And she knows that.
Okay, is that all?
Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
The man's fate now lies with the courts.
He will stay there the night, and the next morning we'll go to court. They normally just kept in for 24 hours, and then the judge will decide whether it's safe for him to go back home or not.
En route to hospital, Janelle finds out more about her miscarrying patient.
What do you do for a job? You don't do any heavy lifting or anything like that? You did. Yep. So what do you do? Packing. Yep. Okay. So you do lots of heavy lifting then? So she does heavy lifting for a job, and she's just sat down to dinner tonight and had sudden onset of heavy bleeding. No abdo pain. She doesn't feel dizzy.
Doctors will perform a range of tests to see if there's any hope of saving her baby. Now at Manukau Station, Julian and Sarah need assistance with their drunk prisoner.
I don't want to have to drag you out. Get out.
First, he didn't want to get in the cop car.
Get out before I drag you out.
Now he doesn't want to get out.
Put your feet out, Sam.
Finally, he seems to have run out of steam. But not for long. Breaching the peace earned him a night behind bars. but he was released without charge after sobering up. The angry husband pleaded guilty to behaving and speaking threateningly. And the young pea addict has moved out west and is no longer offending. Next on 111.
Mate, stop here now!
Police chase a teenage troublemaker through the streets of South Auckland. Ambulance treat the victim of a random roadside assault.
Ambo arrived here pretty quickly and he was still unconscious.
And the fire crew rushes to extinguish a sleep-out blaze.